What are you looking at?
Hi everybody and welcome to the Cosplay Collective podcast. We are on short turn at the moment because everybody's at LFCC, joined by Freya and Tom. And
I'm really far away from the camera, but I'm not. It's
You
just
can-
that chairs are too big.
You can scooch. I will allow for scooch room.
Yay, scooch over. Hi. Anyway, welcome to the Cosplay Collective podcast. It's been some time since we've done one. We usually would have more people, but everybody's at LFCC, including people who shouldn't be at LFCC, which is Leia. And that's, well, there is a story behind that, by the way. Basically, it's Parker. Parker has forgot his, let's get it right, LFCC tickets, his confirmation email to the hotel. He missed a train, and he's fallen over at Leeds Station and hurt himself.
Yeah.
It's probably
Doing well.
the worst con in the universe for him.
But if it does turn out to be a really shit con, he's gonna be so gutted. Like the amount he's gone through to get there, and then it's just like a queue for a 90 quid signature from Sigourney Weaver, and that's it. It's like, oh.
Oh, and you've also had fucking hell, Marty McFly,
Oh, yeah, it's fucking Michael J. Fox.
Michael J. Fox, yeah. Michael J. Fox is there, so I
Oh,
guess
my mate would be gutted.
Thing is, though, he would have to he would spend half his paycheck trying to get just to see Marty McFly.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they're charging really heavily for all the signatures on everything.
I don't understand. Everything else about LFCC has been really disorganised. Like the cosplay, like the masquerade, they haven't fully organised it yet. It's provisionally on Saturday.
We still haven't got our prize and our certificates for winning our thing.
MCM. But
Yeah.
that's MCM for you. MCM
Prize.
is the worst for it.
I know, it's a joke, really.
Like, there was somebody who was complaining about
They're
last year's.
worse. So
Yeah, there was somebody who was complaining about last year's MCM about the fact that they didn't get any sort of prizes for it, like even though they won, and it took them nearly 7 months to be able to get anything off them.
Sounds about right.
Well, it's it been like now? Like it was May, so that's May, June, July.
3 months.
3 months now. You've only got 4 more to go.
Was it Kenny or it was someone that was saying they got it? They did get it, but they got it next con.
Yeah.
So they had to wait nearly like the year. So next May they actually got the prize.
Well, it's a good job that Kia's going to MCM next May, isn't it?
Yeah, I might get my prize.
You're completely
Maybe you win something else as well, you never know.
Oh, yeah. You know what? Like, this is actually a bit of an odd cast for us because at this moment in time, Tom and Freya are still building for tomorrow.
I'm happy to have any kind of break at all. Although I do have no more sewing to do, which is like I actually screamed with joy whenever I put the last stitch. I was
He
like,
did.
yes! I just threw it down.
Finished! No, it's going! And then just threw it down on the floor in front of
And I had exactly enough thread to finish the whole thing.
the empty spoon.
Yeah, only just.
Oh, that's brilliant. Like I'm no good with a sewing machine, so I understand your pain of having to do it like hand sewing. Like I've just hand sewed something together for my little brother for his costume for Manchester. He's going as Matt Smith's doctor. Luckily,
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
check it.
Awesome.
There we go. I didn't do too bad a job on it either.
Wait.
Like,
Nice.
yeah, woo! It's the first time I've ever sewn anything together.
First thing I sewed was that Saber cosplay. I did like the big blue coat, and it was just like it took weeks just to do like a bunch of straight lines, and then figuring out like things that have to fold. I'm like, no, it's gonna be glued. Like I did go through a phase to try to super glue it together, and that didn't work. And then I tried like hot glue, and that didn't work because it was 3 times heavier than fabric. And, oh,
I've actually been to Pound World of all places because I don't want to break the bank. But Pound World have currently got fabric glue in, like and it's really good.
Get spray paint. We got
I got my, my Angela ribbon. That's all fabric glue, and that was from Poundland.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do like spray paint and all kinds of like useful stuff.
We bought the automotive primer paint for spraying foam stuff.
Yeah.
And that worked. It's just really toxic to smell.
It is. Yeah, it's the worst smell in the universe. It's really, really awful.
Don't talk to me about toxic. I had to do fiberglassing for the first time yesterday.
Yeah, I saw that. It looks awesome.
I hate working with
you know what? I really don't want to have to do that too much. I really don't like it.
No, fiberglassing is fucking horrid.
And no one told me or warned me about the splinters, man.
Do you not put gloves on?
Huh?
Not put gloves on?
Yeah, I put gloves on, but
Oh.
afterwards it was all dry and I was sanding it down, and I was just like, yeah, just going for it. And then all of a sudden, one of those fibres went straight into my finger. I was like, oh, motherfucker.
Did you get any on you, like, inside your clothing? Because I did that when I was making the helmet. Just, like, all the fibres just getting into the clothing.
No, to be honest, I was done up like fucking matey from Breaking Bad. My neighbour was probably thinking, what the fuck is he doing?
He's dressed up in one of those like chemical onesies, and there's this really strong smell coming from his garage. I don't know what's happening. I think I saw Batman there earlier, so he's definitely up to something.
Your shield has actually came on really well at the moment. I'm actually really impressed with how that's came along.
What's that?
Your shield.
But I don't understand why. Like,
it was only a cheap plastic one on eBay. It was 25 quid.
Okay.
You can easily just bend it like that if you wanted to. So I just reinforced the back with a bit of fiberglass. First time I've done it, so it does look shit, I've got to admit. The way I figure it with the back.
Well, it's only for reinforcing. No one's ever actually going to see it, are they?
No, not really. I might go with it with some more resin and sand it down again. But at the moment, the front of it is actually silver.
Oh.
Yeah. The idea is to. Has anyone heard of like toothpasting to get scarring?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
I've never heard of it.
Yeah, basically, I've sprayed the whole thing silver, primed it first, obviously, and then I'm going to probably coat it again with like a chrome silver, and then before I lay down any colour on it, you just mask off the areas that you want scratched with toothpaste.
Oh.
Yeah, and you just make sure it's covered well, and then you put your colour on. It's going to be quite difficult because I've got to obviously get the circles, but anyway, and then once you've got all the colour on, you black wash everything, and then you actually lacquer it as well. No. First you put all the colour down, then you lacquer it, then you put your black wash down.
Oh.
Yeah, you put the black wash down on top of the lacquer because then it looks like real dirt. That's the theory anyway. Do you know what I mean? And then when you wipe off the toothpaste, you have nice clean scratches through it, which will be outlined obviously with black as well, so it will should look pretty authentic, at least in photos anyway. Yeah, it does. Yeah. So yeah, that's my plan with it. The suit's pretty much done, apart from maybe a few more accessories. But
I think I do have a picture of the.
Yeah, but
I swear, like, you just go from not having anything to have built it entirely overnight.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, there's just this massive chunk of progress.
Do you know what it is, right? It's because the way I do things is, you'll probably notice, is I don't do anything for ages.
Yeah.
What's happening in that time is my head is working and thinking of the quickest way and of doing it. Do you know what I mean? So when I actually get down to do it, it's all thought through. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So that it's just like go.
It's just already in my head. Like, I don't know. I think it's a bit of OCD. I don't know. Like, I just regiment it and I make a shitload of mess, but I just go and
It's alright. His missus kills him every time that it happens, though. She must go fucking sick at you, really. Do you have your own shed in the back or something?
Yeah. I do most of the messy work outside, obviously.
Oh,
But,
good. So yeah.
yeah, I have actually. Yeah, last night, yeah, I've got super glue on the worktop.
Ah.
I got super glue on my computer desk.
I didn't spill it. I set super glue on her desk and it leaked. And that's like the only time super glue has ever stuck anything to anything, is when I don't want it to.
I know.
Of course, it
that's-
stuck really firmly
How is
because
that?
I actually had to rip a chunk out of her desk to get it off.
The only thing super glue's good for doing, I've noticed, is sticking my own fingers together.
Yeah.
Just like.
I'm holding shit down, and like my fingers are fucking stuck together, but it's useless. Why is it called super glue?
Contact adhesive, it's the way forward.
Contact adhesive is magic. I use it for everything.
Yeah, I use it for everything.
Which one's the contact adhesive?
Which
It's
one?
like,
What
It's
brand?
like a stick.
yeah.
You can either get it in like a tin, and it's like the contact cement stuff, or you get like the thin tubey stuff, which tends to be in the super glue section, which is really good for like doing thin detail bits.
You just basically get a thin coat of it on the two surfaces you want to stick. Actually, I can show you.
Yeah.
No.
Is it like where you've got like one which is like a glue and then you use like a spray and then it hardens?
No, that's a different one.
No,
That's
that's the something 77 and 75.
you get that for super glue as well. It's a catalyst that makes it go faster. But right, so I can freaking.
Yeah.
Right, so this is one I've just started but haven't sanded or anything. So for these two layers here, I've sandwiched a whole lot of stuff together, and it just holds on its own. That's one coat, one layer.
Wow.
What you do is you get the two surfaces you want done.
Mm.
Thin coat. Wait 10 minutes for it to completely dry. Then it's just tacky, and you go. And that's it. Whatever. There's no sort of wiggle in it to make it, but you get it exactly right the first time, or you're done. Like that's it, because it's stuck
You're
together
fucked.
forever. Like it's really bad for foam because the bond that the glue forms between foam is stronger than the bond between molecules of foam itself. So you will rip it off and rip the foam apart before you actually can get the adhesive off. It's that strong.
What was I going to say? Do you think
it
it will
does
stick?
peel off though as well, which is nice. So if
So
you do accidentally go over the edges, you can just peel it off.
Yeah, but it is good because it means it's really heavy duty, so I can make like a handle just out of foam, and it works. And that's not gonna come off, even though I won't use like the thinnest layer of glue. But if that was hot glue, I would be.
The only thing it hasn't stuck quite well for is my sticking the plastic to my lycra, but that's because it's not meant to stick.
Yeah, it's not meant for that. Yeah.
Do you think it will stick fiberglass to basically want to put leather straps on the back of this shield?
Yeah, because that's like right there. That's.
And do you think it will stick
I still do.
fiberglass?
That's an old leather belt, and I've cut it like a chunk out of it. And
Wait,
I
it's
just,
basically what I'm going to do, yeah.
yeah, took a knife, cut a little bit down into it, dumped the glue in, waited 10 minutes, and stuck it in. So there's about not even half a centimeter depth in there, and that's
Sweet.
not going anywhere.
Oh.
Yeah.
Talking about
It's cheap as
foam,
chips.
this would be a good time for Kia to explain his new group.
Oh, right, yeah, no, I just put a group together. I figured, like, loads of people ask me for advice with foam and stuff, and there's quite a few people that are, using foam now, so I just figured, like, put a group together. Everyone else, everyone can call together, and anything any techniques or anything they come across, just bang it all in one place for everyone.
Sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my thing. I was going to do tutorials and stuff, but I just don't have the time. So, there are other people out there that will know shitloads more than me as well. So it'd be quite useful for me.
What adhesive do you use for your foam then? You just use hot glue?
Glue most of the time, yeah. I try super glue every now and again because people say it works, but it doesn't.
It doesn't. Yeah, it
No,
doesn't.
no. I use like Yoo-hoo and Bostik is mine for when it comes to foam, but it depends what sort of foam I'm using it on. Because if I'm using it on that yoga mat stuff that I used it for Aquaman, then you need quite a fair bit of it because otherwise, because it's like a ruffled edge, it just doesn't seem to stick together really well. Whereas flat surface works really better. It just works better.
No, I tried Yoo-hoo whenever I was doing quick repairs at MCM. But like it's good, but that contact adhesive, if you've got, it's not good for a quick repair, but if you've got the time and you're building it the first time, use the contact adhesive and you won't need to do it again.
I am notorious for just slapping it on and it doesn't work.
Yeah, you gotta make sure you actually wait, because if you just squash the two surfaces together, the whole point is that it evaporates, and that's when it gets, wrong.
Yeah.
Oh, you've got it.
I'm looking for the stuff that I use. I have my contact adhesive stuff in my mystery box.
Mystery.
It is a mystery box.
I have
What
one
is-
of those boxes, but it's not quite. It doesn't actually say mystery box on.
The one that I use at the moment is Evil Stick. Evil Stick. Which one is it now? That one. Whichever that one is.
That's the one. That's the stuff
That's the
Is that
contact.
the stuff? Oh, is that the one that you use?
on that packet there.
Ah, cool. Well, that's
You're not using a shitload of it though.
no, I don't. I've only used maybe.
You get the huge tubs, and
Yeah,
it
you-
comes with like a cement-looking thing.
Like a tin, like we got a tin of Ron seal, but
Is that the same fabric glue that you use as well?
No, mine's in a little. Mine's
with the brush in the lid, doesn't it?
no. It's like a little. It looks like a little PVA glue pot.
And
Little tube.
do
No,
you
it's not-
have any idea of how to use like how to sew with leather as well? Because I'm no good with sewing like with leather.
So with leather, you need a thimble and a leather needle.
Yeah, you
Right.
need specialist needles for it.
Okay, well I've just
It's a really longer, thick version of a regular sewing needle.
It's like a nail with a hole in the end.
Yeah.
Really.
Well-
It sucks, but yeah, thimble and that and patience.
now I've just made my talon.
Oh, I saw that.
I've got a
Yeah.
start on the talon belt, but I need to do like because it's a throwing knife belt. I need to add like the little pockets as such onto it. And the best way that I could think of doing it was to do it by sewing it on, because by gluing it on, it'd just fall off at a con.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I would say the contact adhesive would still stick that.
I've
Because-
tried it. I tried contact adhesive, and it just won't stick. Won't stick it for some reason. So
Is that faux leather? Is that vinyl?
no, it's real. It's real leather. Real leather.
It doesn't do vinyl and a couple of other materials.
Look,
I used it on this because I bought this belt, and it was actually, this might be fake leather, so that might be why it's working. But there was no buckle on it, but it was like the buckle had snapped, so I got a discount. So I had to unstitch it with the stitch ripper, and then I thought, I'm not sewing that, that's a hassle, and just glued it back together. But it's holding pretty well. I say that now, I'll get to the con, but it'll immediately fall apart, and then I'll just swear at it.
Same with my battery. Like, I tested everything. Like, fucking made sure everything was strong. As soon as I got on that comfort, shit was falling apart. It's
I
the
did
hit.
From Matt, it's like, oh, it's all great, and then his kneecaps are just like,
Yeah.
I did that with Aquaman. Like Aquaman's belt fell off, and like just pieces just started coming off throughout the con. But now it's made me think of better ways to be able to put that suit back together when I come to
That's
do it
it.
again.
Exactly. I've worked this suit out now.
What happened with Angela as well?
yeah. Remember at LSCC, you had your Night Owl costume, and you did like the
Yeah, the gauntlet. The yeah.
and they just kept falling off to the point where you were just like, here, hold these and give me them whenever someone wants a photo.
Yeah.
But in saying that, now I now have these proper gaiters, like the real
yeah.
brown gaiters. So like they work really well
Where
whilst I'm
got them from? Because you showed me them, they're really
eBay. I'll,
eBay.
yeah, give me a second. I'll send you the link over to you.
As well, because I'm trying to look for gaiters for my Captain America. I was just gonna like rock it up a little bit, and like, because I'm going for a slightly different look anyway.
Yeah.
I've got high top brown boots, and I was just gonna open them up, and have them open. Do you know what I mean? So they look a bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And tuck my trousers into it, like
Sorry, who are you doing?
Captain America.
Okay.
Wait, who did you think you were seeing?
My head was just like he's cosplaying cowboy because all I could think was over top boots. And I don't know. My head was just like. I was like, what?
That Captain America that you're doing, is that based on like a bit of fan art or anything, or is it just from your head?
No, I've taken a few sort of inspirations, and then I just went for it, man. I had a sort of vision in my head, like I do, and I just went for it.
See, I wish I could do that. I'm a complete magpie. All I can do is rip things off. Like I'm just not. I'm jack of all trades, master of fuck all. So I can just nick little bits from lots and lots of people.
Well, no, this stuff still rocks. Everyone has their way, don't they? I guess.
Yeah, mine is just outright theft.
Outright theft.
Any technique that someone's used before, it's mine now. Any like fan art, I'm not even messaging the artist. I'm just going to do it because they'll be insulted by the end product that I put together.
There we go.
Having said that, there's tons of fan art out there that I have looked at and would love to do. But fan art tends to be a lot better than the real shit.
I know.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, man.
And cosplays. Look, did anyone see bloody X-Men? Is it Apocalypto?
Apocalypse.
Yes, Apocalypse.
Yeah,
I didn't even know that's who it was meant to be. I thought it was just
I
shit
didn't
music
get it.
from.
Is that who it was?
Yes,
I thought it was someone who photoshopped him. What's his name?
Ivan Ooze.
Ivan Ooze, yeah.
You know, it's not actually because I thought it was Ivan Ooze from the new
yeah,
Power Rangers movie, and I was like, oh, they're doing that again. But
That's what I thought was happening.
no, that's meant to be Apocalypse.
Although still
Without
there.
his signature big.
I know.
mic.
Where's that? I know. I didn't get that.
No,
It's like
neither did I.
Without claws, it's just bollocks.
I'm saying all this now, but they'll probably fuck it all up with DC as well and make a load of characters that don't. Well, they already have, haven't they? Really?
Well, tonight I was debating going watching Ant-Man. And
Is it out?
yeah, it came out tonight.
I really want to see it. It looks
I
good.
think it looks amazing, yeah.
Well,
I do like that it's not Hank Pym. That was a smart move.
No, I think Paul Rudd is a brilliant actor, and he will.
Yes, I really liked him as a casting choice. He was really good.
Yeah,
Have you seen his kid talking about his role?
No, no, I didn't see that.
He just said, he was like, oh, so you're going to be a superhero? Yeah. So what one are you going to be? He's like, Ant-Man? He's like, oh, can't wait to see how shit that turns out. Like, thanks, son.
No, I was going to go and see it tonight, but I'm just on two minds now on whether I actually want to go and see it. Because
I think it looks really good. I think it's going to be a bit of a dark horse like Guardians of the Galaxy was, where people were like, but it'll turn out to be pretty sweet.
See, the thing is like...
Apparently it's fundamental to the Infinity War. No.
Yeah. The thing is like, I've been overhyped. Like, it's been thrown in my face so much over the last 2 months that it kind of puts me off wanting to go and see it now.
Are you going to say the same about Batman vs Superman?
No, because like I haven't seen. I've seen 2 trailers to do with Batman vs Superman. I've seen 2. That's it. Whereas with Ant-Man,
There are 2.
over the last 3 months, all I have seen is trailer after trailer after trailer.
I saw that one that we saw at the cinema for whatever we went to see. That's it.
For Ant-Man? Yeah. No, I think I would have seen the one trailer for Ant-Man as well.
I think it's just because comic book resources that I use to post on the GOG page literally has only been posting Ant-Man stuff for the last 3 months.
They have been really spamming it, but I haven't been watching the trailers. It's ruined Batman vs Superman for me though. I was watching Cinema Sins.
Don't say it if it's going to piss me off.
No, he was just like, the bat suit looks like it's been reinforced with duct tape. I mean, it looks awesome, but there's no duct tape.
Yes, do you know what? I'm not a great fan of the suit, and I always say that the Arkham game suits are the best. They just are.
They are cool, but I like that, like, because Nolan's one was basically the sort of more armored one.
The more
I like that they've gone a bit back to
I like
basics.
the Begin suit. I really like the Begin suit. I wasn't so keen on the dark, even though I built it. It was my first ever build. There were elements of it I really liked, but overall, I didn't think his neck looked right in it.
Yeah.
It was just a bit like, you know.
It's like a bobblehead.
Yeah, he did. He did.
They take the piss out of it, but like it's Fox is like, you want to be able to turn your head. That's my attempt at Morgan Freeman's movie.
My
I
name
give
is
a bit more Samuel Jackson than anything else, but yeah.
My name is Morgan Freeman. I approve.
Yeah, he's pretty.
But yeah, like with the new Batman suit, I like the Kevlar is the best way to explain it.
Yeah.
The one where he's driving in his Batmobile. and like it's just the one with the really big symbol.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I think Q, you pointed out the fact that it's got no bat symbol on the armored one.
No, he hasn't got any about. Do you know what though? The one I like the best is the tiny little snippet we've seen of it. Is the almost like a homage to Gotham by Gaslight. Did you know
Yeah.
that? With the goggles, love it. I think a lot of people are going to cosplay that.
In that trailer, by the way, have you seen the fact that he breaks someone's neck?
I don't know if. Well, it might have been a dream as well. A lot of people say.
Yeah, a lot of people are talking about it being a dream sequence, like in Superman, where Superman has that dream sequence with Zod, but
Superman really did snap his neck.
yeah, he actually
I've
did.
heard that he's not necessarily dead, Zod.
Yeah.
I have too, but I've also heard that he could becoming Doomsday as well.
I don't know if he's necessarily becoming Doomsday, but I've heard that him coming back to life has got a lot to do with Doomsday. Maybe he goes and gets him. I don't know.
It's not impossible. You did have the death of Superman.
Yeah, I think that's going to come up somewhere in the.
They're gonna do Doomsday. Will they do War Games? Do you think?
I was worried included the Doomsday.
That's Darkseid. Never mind.
Darkseid
By
is.
the way, talking about Superman, I know that this isn't exactly cosplay related.
The guy
Crisis.
that kills Batman.
That's
Oh yeah, I read
Darkseid.
them back to.
Yeah, but no, War Games is just in Gotham. That's a whole
Yeah, Crisis. I think. Yeah.
No, talking about like Superman. Check out The Death of Superman Lives. It's an amazing documentary.
Oh, with Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, could you imagine Nicolas Cage as Superman? No, I couldn't.
See the photos. That is
No, I
scary.
couldn't.
Don't get me wrong, right? There are certain roles that Nicolas Cage can do, right? And they're like, for example, Con Air wouldn't be Con Air without
What about Nicolas?
Nicolas Cage, right?
Put
Do you know
the
what
Barney
I'm
down.
Treasure.
Gone in 60 seconds wouldn't be the same without him. Do you know what I mean? So he's good for what he does, but he's not fucking Superman, is he?
No.
Ghost Rider.
But watch the documentary. I'll put a link to it on your page or something. But it's really good because it gets Tim Burton talking about how he would have directed it and all the concept art, and it actually would have been quite a good and weird Superman movie. And Kevin Smith would have wrote it as well, so that's a bonus.
Did you see the suit that all lights up and stuff?
Dude, that is fucking epic. They show it off in real
That's
detail.
amazing, isn't it?
Like, they actually show you how they made it as well, which is the bonus to it. So you could technically make one yourself.
Wow.
It lights up like.
Well, no, it's like it flows like all this.
Like it flows like
colour.
coloured lights. It's made out of fibre optic
Oh, you
underneath.
mean like the new 52 Superboy thing?
No.
No.
The black with the red lines?
No, it's kind of like it's a see-through suit, like a vacuum form suit, but it's like built into different pieces so you can actually move in it. But underneath, like there's like a Zentai, but the stuck to the Zentai, it's all fiber optics, and the fiber optics can all light up and they kind of move in
They flow,
a flow.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Arm, it'll flow up his arm and then back
Yeah,
down.
it flows up and then down, and it was used as a regeneration suit, so that when Superman dies, it's actually the suit that brings him back to life.
Okay.
It's really cool though. It would have only been used in the movie for like 30 seconds, but it's the coolest thing ever. Anyway, if you get a chance to watch it, it's well worth a watch. And if I had the money to be able to build that Superman suit, I would do. It's fucking.
I try so hard to like Superman, but I just hate him.
Do you not even like Henry Cavill?
I do.
Do you know what? I was under exactly the same opinion. I couldn't stand Superman, but now I think Henry Cavill's done it all right.
Justice.
Yeah, I think he did.
It's not the movies, or it's the fundamentally the character himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
At all, and it's just like Superman wins whenever he figures out where the bad guy is. Like, oh, there he is. That's it. Like that. The only thing that happens in a Superman comic is that he's too stupid to figure stuff out, so he has to go and ask like the Justice League or Batman or a computer or Lois, and they just point Superman at the problem like a fucking nuclear warhead.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
By punching things really
We
hard.
might have a surprise mystery guest coming in a second, but you'll have to wait and see, people. Anyway, mystery guest. It depends if he can get his thing working from where he is.
Him? Oh, hints already.
Him. Yeah. Him.
Yeah. Anyway, we were talking about Henry. Yeah, Henry Cavill has done him a lot of justice, and I agree with Tom there about the fact that if Superman just is too stupid to figure out the villain, then he loses automatically.
Yeah. But the whole thing is, like, Superman, he doesn't really make for a compelling story. Like, he makes for awesome fights. Like,
Yeah.
if they do Superman versus Doomsday, I'm going to go and watch that, and it better be at least 30 minutes of the Man of Steel slugging it out with a big spiky monster with no dialogue.
That's what I thought about Man of Steel. Like, I just thought that it reinvented it almost. I just thought it told the story in a much more, I don't know, believable way, I guess.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I think the whole Krypton scene set it up at the beginning.
Yeah, that was cool. I like that.
You know what I mean? And I just thought that, I don't know, I still think it's the best superhero film
The
made.
Krypton scene, like, you could have had an entire movie with Russell Crowe and just for the Krypton stuff, and it would be brilliant.
Yeah. They
I'd
did
go,
do a prequel.
I'd go and watch that. Would you go and watch that? A prequel to Man of Steel?
Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
So, I like the stuff that happens on Krypton. Like, whenever he gets comics where he gets depowered, or there's an animated movie where he fights Brainiac, and there's a bit where he ends up in the Bottle City Kandor for a while.
Okay.
And that's quite interesting. Like that, so it's not even Kryptonians. It's just Clark Kent, Superman, because his life's so perfect. Like, it makes him really hard to empathize with.
Yeah.
Like him because he has the life Tom wants, I don't know.
Well, not even. Like, he's just.
You're not Chisel Joe.
Well, no, you think about it, right? He's got a really good job that pays good money. He gets to travel the world. He's fucking Superman. A nice apartment, a stunning, hot girlfriend.
His parents are still alive, which is rare.
I'd still rather be Batman.
Everyone would rather be Batman.
Yeah.
Because Batman has even more money and he's a playboy. But, like,
Superman is not a flawed character.
It's not just that. I just couldn't fly around in red and blue.
Underpants on the outside. No offense to Jimmy Man.
No. If you can rock it, you can rock it.
Exactly. No offense.
I just prefer black or really, really dark grey.
And before you ask, Mr. Wayne, it does come in turquoise.
I found a really good article on Cracked, which I was biased from the beginning into reading, but it was called 7 Reasons Why Batman is Objectively Better Than Superman. And, like, number 1 is, like, if you fought Superman, he would lose. But he would still do it. And that's what's cool. Like,
Yeah.
like, if the kryptonite gets knocked away, or like the super suit fails, or the sun blocking shield gets knocked down, then Batman's done. Like, that's it. Fight's over because Superman's just gonna come in and go, boop, and he's done. And even then, like, all the preparation in the world, I mean, it's like, the line was, it doesn't matter what Batman has whenever his opponent can drop the moon onto whatever continent his super weapon for beating Superman happens to be on. It's like, oh, there it is, America.
Can I interject for 2 seconds just whilst I say something? We was expecting Matt Bauhaus from Devilish Cosplay. He was going to be turning up as our mystery guest, but he's over in Turkey at the moment celebrating his 10th wedding anniversary to his to Pepper Potts, pretty much.
Yeah.
So he says he's sorry he can't join. He did try and join in, but he's currently drunk at the moment watching us. So happy wedding anniversary.
Happy wedding anniversary, Matt.
Congrats, guys.
Anyway, but yeah, like
He's a prick, though, isn't he?
He is. With his face and his beard.
He's on holiday, isn't he? Like, bastard.
In Turkey, though, like, I couldn't handle that. Look at
He
the
rang me at work today to tell me he was on a boat having a beer in the sun. And I was like, nice. Cheers, mate.
Oh,
There's a guy in my work, and every time he goes on holiday, he like logs on remotely because we work in IT, and he files calls as complaints about things about his holiday. So he'll attach photos and be like, "There's no ice in my drink."
But yeah, back to we're doing this on Cosplay Collective anyway. We usually do talk cosplay at some point in the thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've currently been. Yeah, we do supposedly. But I've been working on my Most Von Lick Vig from Terry Pratchett's Going Postal recently. It's a cosplay I've always really wanted to do, but I've never got around to actually doing it, and I'm quite happy with how this has all turned out because it's just something I've really, really enjoyed building.
Did you dye the whole thing yourself then?
Yeah, I dyed it from top to bottom.
I didn't realize there was a film of it.
But there's a film of it. Oh, it's a two-part film thing that they made for Sky One, and it's absolutely brilliant. By the way, this fabric paint as well, this comes in really handy because I couldn't exactly dye the hat, so I had to fabric paint it instead. So the hats came out really nicely with the gold wings.
That looks cool. It's cool. It actually gets a metallic finish on fabric. That's really cool.
Oh, they just spray painted it.
I wish I could have spray painted it, but it wouldn't have stuck.
Yeah, it wouldn't have still have been me. I would have been there like, oh, it just had like.
Plus, spray paint hardens when you put it onto material as well, which is a bit of a.
It's acrylic.
Well, you were there when you saw my Green Lantern boots and the zip snapped off.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Because that was spray painted on.
But yeah, like that's what I've been working on recently. That Metallic stuff for next weekend, and that is and my brother's Doctor Who jacket.
Well, I have something I actually want to show off because I'm really proud of it.
Right, good.
He hasn't.
Pass it over.
He hasn't gone on.
Should we get a drum roll going for this?
Yeah.
Get a fucking drum roll going.
Right. How long is it going to be?
It's my latest sword.
Oh, wow.
Holy shit!
That is awesome.
I
Skyward Sword!
You made this from scratch?
Yeah, it's made out of foam and a plank of wood. But
You fucking legend. I love it.
The thing is, though, I discovered a technique by mistake. So
Right.
because it's purple and green, but it's still meant to be metallic. And I was spray painting the blade, and the spray paint I used, sometimes it comes out, if I don't shake it properly, like dusty
Right.
or rough texture. And I was like, oh shit! And tried to rub it off. And then I got it on my hands and grabbed the handle. I was like, because then of course immediately came off onto that. But it just like dry brushed it. I made it look. It didn't change the color at all, but it just made the colors that were already on it metallic. So accidental fuck up leads to me actually being able to do quite a cool thing. But yeah, I've got to make the sheath for it now, and I'm currently working on it. And it's hell. I can't figure out how on earth.
I might have to commission you one day to make me a Sword of Omens from Thundercats.
Oh, I would love to do that.
Thundercat!
I would do that just for fun. I might not even get that. I want to make it so you could actually do
Yeah.
the whole Thundercat.
You've been after doing Lionel for next year at some point, haven't you?
Who, me? No, it's not next year. That's one of my. There are two big things that I want to do eventually, and one is to make something massive. Like, I'm not sure what yet, but something big, like 10 foot, maybe a Space Marine. I don't know.
I wanted to do a Gundam because that's how I roll.
Yeah.
Actually, we're part of a group to do one, and I don't know how I'm going to do it. Possibly out of foam, but I just wanted to do. I wanted to always just do a giant robot.
Yeah. Exactly.
My ideal would be to do Gypsy Danger from Pacific Rim.
No! All right. Well, if you do Gypsy Danger, I have to do what's the Russian one called now?
Chernobyl Alpha.
Chernobyl Alpha. I've got to do that. I
love Chernobyl Alpha.
Need people to be the monsters as well, though.
The monsters would be much harder to do because they're not humanoid.
Do a build a leatherback. Do a leatherback. I'd love to do that. Like me and Tom go against each other, kaiju versus.
That would be really, really cool. Because it'd be really hard to do though. Although I have seen a couple of people who have done Gypsy Danger already, so straight away that's my forte, ripping off someone that's already done it. So, just like lots of like HD close-ups, like, oh, I see what you did there. I see what you did.
Yeah, man, that'd be well ace.
But I don't even know when I would do it. Like, it'll be an expensive one.
Maybe we should all plan this, like 1 year, all of us do massive builds. Do you know what I mean? And no one unveil theirs until like everyone's finished theirs, if you know what I mean?
We need to move into a bigger house.
Yeah.
Well, you've
Oh,
only
that
got
car park slot. We could just build a Gundam in the car park slot and just be like, yeah.
And put a blue badge on it.
Yeah.
You're moving in. Are you actually moving into the Ghostbusters headquarters, by the way? Are you moving
Yes, we are, yeah.
We're moving into a flat that looks like the Ghostbusters mansion, and on the inside looks like a pirate ship.
Like we would looked at lots of places, and we hadn't even been inside. We walked to the front of it, and I was like, "We have to live here because this looks like the Ghostbusters headquarters." And she was like, "What?" I was like, "That was enough." Like I'm just looking at the front of the building, like, "Nope, that's it. We need a white car."
That's a cosplay idea there straight away, guys. Come on.
Not the
The only
new.
downside is it doesn't have a garden or a balcony or anything, so we're going to die of fumes.
No.
Spray painting in the bathroom, I think.
Our bathroom is a box.
With an extractor fan. You might be able to go onto the roof, I think.
Guys, you can actually look online because there's really simple ways of making your own spray booths. Just little ones, stuff that you can just put, and you just make it so it all goes out the window.
Tom, Freya, do you remember the spray booth at the hotel, also known as the bathroom?
The bathroom, yeah. And being like,
So-
I need a wee, but I don't want to trip balls. How about
It was brilliant. Like just green everywhere. With, like just me scrubbing it at night to stop. Oh, it was brilliant.
I can imagine like when the maids went in afterwards, being like, "What the fuck happened here?" Like I'm sure they're like it was a travel lodge, so I'm sure they're used to some pretty disastrous scenes.
Yeah.
But like they're just like, "Am I spray painting?" What the?
Well, didn't we like put a do not disturb sign on the door for like the entire 3 days that we were there just to stop
Yes,
us
they
getting
would
in?
come in and find me spray painting a battle axe in the back, like, oh, hey.
By the way, I know it's a bit of a downer, but I won't be making it to MCM in October.
Oh, how come?
I just can't I can't find a place, and really money is a bit tight at the moment. But we'll have to see if I can find somewhere that's close enough. Because fuck U2, the band, like because they're playing the exact same weekend of MCM.
Yeah.
Every single hotel in the local area has been booked
Oh,
for about 4 miles.
Yeah.
Why do people go and see that shit band with that twat and his stupid hat?
Hi, my name's Burner, my literary prick.
Oh, he looks like a paedophile. Like, he just...
Have you got? Oh, can you just-
But yeah, like I probably won't be making it to October unless I can find somewhere to stay.
Have we got...
Ren bought a hotel.
Ren did?
Yeah, but she basically just panic bought one. I have no idea anything about it.
So are we in on that, or...
Yes? I don't know.
Yes? Question mark.
I don't know how many people it is for. I just know Ren booked a hotel literally like the next day because she heard about you too, and I was like, I've got no money, and she was like, it's fine, I'm gonna buy hotels and then we'll worry about it later. So
If we could get... We should maybe look into doing, like, an apartment for the weekend.
I was looking at that. There's a place just round the corner from the Travelodge at the airport. Like literally, it is round the fucking corner, and it'd be 400 up front, but it's a 3-bedroom apartment plus obviously a sofa as well. So it's roundabouts.
as long as I've got a blanket, I can sleep anywhere.
Oh, I'll sleep on a couch, me. As long as I can sleep on a couch for 3 nights.
Laura can sleep on the floor or in a chair or in a cupboard, yeah. Just be anywhere she can curl up into a ball and not move for a while, that's it.
Proper upright in the cupboard.
Yeah. Like a bat hanging by her feet. Just a hanger.
But yeah, like October's going to be very close to me, close call for me to whether I can afford it or not. I'll find out. I'll find out at the end of August.
There'll probably be somewhere you can crash.
I'm certain I'll find somewhere.
Yeah.
But
Worst case scenario, we give you our floor.
worst case
Bring a
scenario.
sleeping bag.
Put a pillow in the bath and you can sleep in the bath.
I've done that.
Yeah. No, worst case scenario is that I don't make it, but I'm definitely there in May anyway. That's 100%. I will be back in May. But I've also got Blackpool Comic Con in September as well, which I've got to make, and Leia won't be able to make it to that one this time.
Yeah.
We've got WinterCon coming up. It's a really small one we're going to in Eastbourne. We went to like this tiny little comic book tabletop sale that was underneath an old club, and there were about sort of maybe like a dozen or 20 between that tables, just selling comics and old memorabilia and stuff. And the guy at the door was like, "I'm doing a con. Come to the con."
WinterCon's actually quite.
Yeah, and it looks like it's
popular.
actually quite big.
It's got a steampunk convention built into it.
Oh.
So people tend to go to it. So we're just gonna, because it's right next door to us, we're just gonna pop down. So if anyone fancies coming, you can crash with us.
Yeah, and even if it turns out to be crap, I'm assuming there's going to be lots of girls in steampunk outfits.
Yeah, that
which I'm
steampunk
fine with.
girl's going. They've just opened up.
Oh, Demon Fairy.
So
No, different girl. Dramora Fairy, but yeah.
Ah, right, cool. But
Dramora
yeah,
Fairy, I will always love because she was the one and only person who took a photo of my Faram armor for the 2 hours that I wore it on the Sunday at last MCM before I passed out.
oh, I've also forgot. We've also got London Super Comic Con next year. Please, Gear, come to that. You'll fucking love it.
Oh, Super Comic Con is the best.
Super Comic Con is amazing.
When is this?
Super.
April.
March. No, March.
Next March.
Next
Yeah.
March.
Okay.
It's fucking awesome, mate. It's one of the best cons in the UK, but it's not
It's
small.
better than all the others put together.
Was that the one where I got everything signed?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
get to meet amazing
Yeah.
artists. There's actual comic book stalls there.
Right.
There's loads of space.
And the comics are cheaper than they would be on
You
Amazon.
will find, like I've only been to MCM twice, but it was literally like being at the same thing again.
Yeah,
You?
LSCC is completely different, and they're willing to talk to the fans as well and figure out what the fans want.
Right.
Recently, I got in contact with them about the fact that I'd love to have an area in the LSCC where it's like a photo area, just a photo area, but they have different backdrops and stuff.
Okay.
Photographers can take photos in different areas, like different sort of scenes.
Awesome.
They kind of like that on whether they can do it due to health and safety and stuff like that. But at least they're willing to take on ideas, and they've got this big cosplay presence there, which is something that I really enjoy.
Yeah, they did have that big cosplay con. Is that where we saw Bill Duran? And was that Punished Props?
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
Punished
yeah.
Props and Kamui and Gaia Han.
Is it a better sort of con for cosplayers then? Is that what
Oh
you're saying?
yeah,
Yeah.
100%. Like we were walking down from the hotel, if you remember Freya and Tomo. We were walking from the hotel on the first day, and as we were walking towards the line to get into the con at the first time, it was just every single person in that line was a cosplayer.
Yeah, there's less people, but proportionally more cosplayers.
The only thing
Oh,
I
yeah.
did find weird about LSCC, but I can understand now why, is because it's London Super Comic Con and it's mainly comic orientated. I expected to go and it would just be comic book characters, but there wasn't. There was obviously Pokemon and everything else as well. But it's because it still has all that other stuff
Yeah,
as well.
I mean, a con's a con is a con.
Yeah.
And technically there's a comic book of everything. So.
Yeah. I mean, I'm doing
Yeah.
a character too.
That's the first time that you found Vox. No, it's not Vox. What they called the ones that do Robin Hood and
Cinescope.
Yeah, they were there. It was their 10th anniversary, so that's why they were there this year. I don't know if they're coming. I've asked them if
And
they're coming back next year.
Yeah, and we've bought nearly every Xenoscope comic ever now at this point. We've
Yeah.
really bought them out. It's really, they're so
Yeah.
good. It's just all the protagonists are quite hot girls, so even if the storyline isn't that great, you suddenly find yourself
Pretty
being
much,
very
okay,
forgiving.
Robin is
Like-
incredible.
Yes, and the characters are not nice. There's not a sort of, even when Batman's badass, he's like, oh, I wouldn't kill a man. But like
Yeah.
Robin Hood, it's like a reimagining of the Grimm fairy tales, which are pretty dark to begin with. But Robin is like, the thing starts and she gets raped, and then the guy who rapes
that
her
right?
doesn't like how she's looking at him, so he cuts her eye out with a bit of broken glass.
And then she
What?
gets
Yeah.
transported into the
And then
fantasy.
then she gets transported off to Sherwood Forest. She does the whole fantasy bit. Then she comes back, remembers, and doesn't do this whole I'm above taking the revenge. No, she goes in, kills his dad, kills his friends,
Sets him on
gouges
fire.
his eye out, nails his hands to his kitchen table, and burns his house down with him in it. And then
Sweet.
she's like, I feel better now. And I was like,
Just like,
here's a comic book character doing what we would all actually do.
She's not everybody as well, regardless if it's going to get her in trouble.
Yeah.
I just absolutely love that about her.
She's a proper anti-hero. Like, I really...
Alice in Wonderland is good. It's really good as well, but
Trippy.
it's trippy as hell. Like, you do not want to read it before you go to bed because it's so dark.
Yeah.
Like, so dark.
I
The
need to
Cheshire
stop-
Cat in it. Sinister. Really, really well done.
I really need to start putting some of these in. I'm currently on Batman Eternal at the moment.
We need
Oh,
to.
that's-
Yeah, I want to get... Because I think I stopped reading Batman after killing...
It's one of the best comic books I have read in a long time. It's like got every single character you want to have in a Batman comic, and it's a really good storyline about how Falcone comes back to Gotham.
There's in the New 52 stuff. There's a bit in between. So there was like the 5 bits, and it had Court of Owls. Then it had
Oh, mate, like it's
Death
so
in the Family. And
fucked
then
up.
there's a
Like-
bit in the middle. Like it goes back to his origin story. but
Right.
in time.
Yeah, it's so fucking annoying how they've actually gone about doing this, because the way they've gone about doing it is like changing up the way they do the comics. So it goes to like this one, which is 0 Year Dark City. So it goes from like Court of
Yeah.
Owls and Death in the Family and stuff, and then it just goes back to like how Batman became Batman. It's just so like I don't understand why they're doing it that way.
What's about face?
Is there
Why?
anyone that doesn't know that Batman's parents got killed and now he's
I
Batman?
know. It doesn't need to keep being told. And it looks like the new film is showing it again, doesn't it?
I think they're only doing it as a quick scene, being like him being like, oh my god, remember that time my parents died? And we're like, yes,
He does
We
Yes.
all remember.
he does, but I mean, he needs to fucking
dead.
get over it.
My parents are dead.
Like, he's even surrounded by like the least sympathetic, like all of his friends' parents. Like Dick is like,
Sorry,
yeah,
I'm going to
my
be
parents
spending
are
with
dead.
my family.
Yeah.
The only
Yeah,
person
like,
that actually
yeah.
speaks sense, the only person, is Alfred Pennyworth, because he tells him to get the fuck on with his life at one point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you just need to kind of move on.
Yeah.
And he's just like, no, my parents are dead.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think that's why I like Damien so much as a Robin, because he's like, he gets on with the whole
Yeah.
business of being a superhero.
Yeah.
He's like, we're pretty awesome. Let's keep doing that. Dick is like, oh well, maybe I don't know about my relationship with Bruce and Batman. It's a little complicated, but mostly, all of the pussy. And then just Tom's like, why did I have to die? And Tim's just like, oh my god, my dad's not dead, and he's maybe dead, and it's really complicated. But Damien's just like, I'm going to kill people. Why? I don't need a why.
No, exactly.
That's like his whole character, just like, he's gonna murder people. Get on with it.
love it. Love it.
Oh.
But yeah. Yeah,
Have you
like,
seen what is gonna happen with Wonder Woman in the new Batman vs Superman?
no,
Because all I believe in the trailer is that she's in it.
yeah, she's in
Yeah.
it for like 2 seconds using her gauntlets of whatever they're called.
I'm guessing that she's gonna some sort of break it up, isn't she, a little bit?
Like, is it gonna be basically
She's
Dark Knight
got no
Returns?
backstory though, does she? So she's just going to turn up, and Batman gets a backstory, Superman gets a backstory. Why doesn't Wonder Woman?
She will have though, won't she? She's having her own standalone.
Okay,
Yeah.
clear.
Just like
Wonder
Aquaman
Woman's
is.
story though is like,
Amazonian.
no, it doesn't really fit with the universe because she's magic.
Yeah, I think Zack Snyder's pretty fucking clever, to be honest, and I think
Yeah.
he's find a way.
He will. I just think people will be surprised.
I do think it's gonna rock some socks off. I just have this feeling. I really do.
Like, I'm a huge Wonder Woman fan, so I really want to see it happen. I really want it to be done well. And I really like the costume. It looks
Everyone has these doubts about DC like creating their universe because they're chasing Marvel, and I have heard reports that they're sort of throwing it together. But that there are some proper comic book fans making these films. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And helping alongside to make these films. I reckon they are going to be pretty good. Obviously, a lot harder, but.
I don't think they're even throwing it together that much. Like, they're just making something that isn't Marvel's films.
No, it's going to be completely different, I think.
Darker, and it's more...
It'll be a bit more serious, you know?
Yeah, it's a bit more
How
serious.
it really, let's face it, if that sort of shit was happening on our planet, that's how it would be dealt with, you know? It would be in a political way, which is obviously, the way they're going with this film, and I just think that, I don't know. I just think it could be a more believable universe than Marvel. But then it always was, in my opinion.
But I think the problem with the DC universe and the Marvel universe is Marvel, like, I've always gotten the feeling that its universe is a lot more interconnected. Like, the team-ups happen a lot more, and Spider-Man knows the X-Men, and he knows the Avengers, and he knows the Fantastic Four. He's on a first-name basis with all of them. But in DC, the only time anyone really gets together is in Justice League, and that's to combat, like, big threats. And it's always, like, Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, and it's just like the same characters over and over and over again. It's very, very rare for them to cross over. Like, they all have their own city each, whereas in Marvel, loads of them are in New York. Batman has Gotham, Superman has Metropolis, Green Arrow has Star City,
Starling City, and
Barry has Central City. Like, they're all really like, this is my jurisdiction.
Exactly. So that works, how it would be in the real world. Let's face it. They're not all going to concentrate on one place. The only thing that bothers me is like the superheroes only seem to be protecting America all the time. Do you know what I mean?
You do have Captain Britain.
Oh yeah.
No one cares.
Oh,
Knight and Squire, like, if you've ever read any of the older Batman stuff, Knight and Squire, really cool, particularly Squire. Knight's a bit lame, but Squire's really cool. She's like the British version of Robin.
Yeah.
Okay.
Really awesome.
By the way, talking about crossovers, just a quick one. Just for Tom. Did you hear about the Constantine crossover? The whole
Arrow.
With Arrow?
Because Stephen Amell's such a fanboy. Yeah. I want my show back.
Well, basically, they need to cancel Arrow and fill that slot with Constantine.
Yeah.
They do after that bullshit.
Yeah, Arrow's
Season
gone
3.
downhill.
Still haven't watched the final episode.
Yeah.
Has anyone? Probably no one but me. But have you seen there's a new Hellblazer comic out?
No, I haven't seen that.
It's released by DC instead of Vertigo now, obviously, but it's fixed it like straight away. They've not done the bullshit they did with that new 52 Constantine stuff.
That new 52 Constantine can go suck my left nut. I own that just because it's Constantine.
Yeah, I did the same thing. I was like, surely it'll get good. No.
Why they went down the route they did? Like, he's not against demons anymore. He's just against other mages, and it just puts me off the fact that it's not Constantine.
Yeah, Justice League Dark. That's because he ties into that. Basically, Constantine and Justice League Dark are just two sides of the same. It's just.
So why did they just?
I don't know why they didn't just release it all together as one comic, but yeah. The new one, like, first straight off, they're like he's bisexual straight away, so it starts hitting nerves, and he's already killed off most of his friends.
Yay! How Constantine should be.
He has sex and he swears and he fucks with people. It's just straight away.
It's Constantine.
Yeah, he's not like, oh, I'm trying to help people, but it's not going. So it's just he's just being a bastard right from the off.
He's just being Constantine. He's being a downright cunt.
I strongly approve.
Yeah. Right.
Really,
okay. I need to get that one.
I mean, it might be worth waiting for the trade paperback to come out, but I'm loving it. There's also a new Black Canary. And my God, it is like a breath of fresh air to have her back in fishnets, just instead of that weird turquoise jumpsuit that someone thought was a good idea from New 52. So much of New 52 hurts my face.
Isn't New 52 being removed now on the?
No, it's DCU. It's not a reboot.
It's DCU,
but it's a reboot.
I don't know how Grayson's carrying across, because I think Grayson's being brought back in. He's becoming Nightwing again, but Grayson is still continuing at the minute, and that's obviously New 52, so I don't know when they're going to switch that to
Yeah,
DCU.
it's because they're rebooting stuff that didn't work and stuff that wasn't popular, and Grayson was really popular.
Because it was full of sexy screenshots. It was just full of him topless, or his bum, or him doing a funny joke, or his eyes.
So someone was like, do you know who buys lots of comics?
Girls.
Fangirls. So we're going to have 16 panels of Dick Grayson's arse, and that's going to sell comics.
Each butt cheek.
They actually name each butt cheek.
Yeah, the Gotham Academy girls follow him and name his butt cheek.
Okay.
Oh,
Anyone reading Prez? Anyone know what that's about?
Prez?
Prez, yeah, it's a new DC title.
No.
No.
Have you seen the fact that Lucifer's coming to TV as well?
Yeah.
It's not really. It's not like, I don't know why they're bothering to associate it with the comics. It looks nothing like...
No, it doesn't look like Lucifer, does it?
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't even look like the character as he is in the comics, and he
Is he not
doesn't
meant to
act
be
like him or
a
sound like him.
putty guy? What
Yes.
does he look like?
He's a dark-haired, unshaven. He looks like
If they got Matt Ryan to play him, it could have gone down well.
Matt
Yeah,
Ryan
but
would have been a perfect
But
casting.
they're not going to do that
Yeah, but he's
because he is Constantine.
Lucifer and Constantine in my head are like two similar people.
Matt Bomer would have done well as Lucifer. If you've read the comics, that would work really well. No, you read the comics.
No,
Well.
I haven't.
Anyway,
Matt Bomer is no.
Anyway, cosplay.
Yeah.
but in the real world, TV wise, what are you watching, Kira? Well, what have you been watching?
Fuck all, actually. Do you know what? I have so little free time at the minute. Work, like this time of year, is really busy for me at work. In, sunny St Ives. So, yeah, been really busy.
Oh, that sucks, man. You need to get a start on your TV watching stuff.
Yeah, I did.
I haven't had anything to watch for a while either. I was looking for something. Yeah, we worked our way through
I'm
Archer.
still waiting for Gotham to come back, obviously.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I got through Archer as well within the same. I'm waiting for Archer to come back.
It was amazing. I was like, oh, what is this shit? But it's actually
What I've been watching, totally unrelated, nerdy or whatever.
Well,
The Brink is really good.
What's the Brink?
It's got Jack Black in it, and it's a political sort of black comedy.
Oh.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's Sky Atlantic. There you go. There's a plug for you, Sky Atlantic. Right.
Give us all the money.
Because I like black comedy and I like political dramas and I like Jack Black.
Who's a fan of Firefly?
Sorry?
Who's a fan of Firefly?
Firefly. Yeah, I did watch it.
Yay! You might want to check out a series then, Tom, which is called Dark Matter.
Oh.
When you said that, it echoed.
Yeah.
Dark Matter.
I think it might be my speakers a little bit.
Yeah, Dark Matter. You need to give that a check out because it's really good. It's kind of like what if they made like a Firefly, but everybody woke up on the ship and they didn't know who they were, and they have to figure out who they are. And it's really, really good.
Okay.
I think what I started watching last night.
Holy shit! Ooh, Jack!
Oh, no!
Cyclone Jack!
Play.
A wild Cyclone Jack appears.
How wild. Hello, everybody. Sorry to interrupt. I'm late. I apologize.
No, it's fine. We're just chatting comic books at the moment and just chatting random stuff as usual.
No, we got on the TV now. And
Speaking of,
we're plugging
you
Sky
just-
Atlantic for
You
them.
just did the Sky thing, and to slightly bring it back to cosplay, King of Nerds. Has everybody watched that?
Yeah!
No, I meant to watch that.
No, I haven't watched it either, man.
I haven't watched it.
Dan on it.
Kenny's on it! Kenny and Kerry!
Kenny and Kerry are both on it.
Can you think of anyone more
It
perfect?
comes out on Sundays, and this episode this Sunday is actually a cosplay one,
Yeah.
cosplay competition. They all have to make costumes. Obviously, hopefully,
What
Kenny.
time's it on?
7 o'clock, I think. I think it's 7 o'clock on Sky 1.
I don't know, I'll watch it on YouTube the next day.
But the thing is it's really good. Like, it's going to be really good this week because it's got both Kenny and Kerry in, and they're both cosplay makers.
And they've got that other costume maker in that team as well.
I was
Oh,
worried it was going to turn it a bit like Heroes of Cosplay. Is it a bit more fair than that?
Well,
show
it's
was?
not. It's kind of like Eggheads,
Eggheads?
like University Challenge.
Oh.
or we can
Ah.
think with
It's a quick
a
joke.
couple of pre-game challenges built in, so like they have to do kind of like a bit like RuPaul's Drag Race where they do the mini challenges beforehand. They have to do that sort of stuff. And then the only way I can explain.
Work.
And then they go and do. There's like a challenge off at the end where the losing person has to fight off the other person.
They don't lip sync
based
though,
on,
right?
No, yeah, based on those things like weakest link.
Oh, okay.
And then the loser obviously goes home. The only bit about it that I don't like is obviously the show itself is a bit OTT in regards to everything has to be completely over the top nerdy. So,
Yeah.
but the people,
It's called King of the Nerds.
yeah, but the people, they're all geeks as well though, they're not nerds. Like, there's like 3 nerds and like
What's the distinction for you?
science and math.
Ah.
But, the phone.
Yeah. There is a difference between a geek and a nerd, definitely.
But no one ever agrees on what they are.
No.
No, I would say that a nerd is someone that's more academic,
See, that's what I would have thought as well.
I guess so, yeah.
whereas a geek is someone that is more in fandom.
Like more sort of like media.
Yeah, more into fandom, as in like
Yeah.
you get like someone that's. The way I see it actually is everyone on this planet is kind of a geek in their own way.
Yeah.
You got like
Everyone's
people
got
who
a
are really
thing.
into like have like their football. They're like really into football. So
exactly.
in my head, they're fans. So they're
Football geeks.
they're nerdy. They're nerdy football fans.
Yeah, I think anybody that ever played fantasy football has no right to ever make fun of nerds.
No.
Ever again.
Very good point. Very
Right? Oh,
Like I get funny looks in work because I'm covered in comic book tattoos and like comic books. And like, how's your fantasy football team doing there, Paul? Oh, it's really good. And he'll go on for 20 minutes. And you're like, oh, maybe you better just wind your neck in.
Yeah.
People that talk about stuff and they think it's kids, and they're like,
Like, yeah, let your kid read that.
But yeah, King of the Nerds is actually really good because I quite like the fact that Kenny and Kerry are in it together. Like they just work so well together, and they're in the same team as well. It's fun.
they did game plan that. They totally game planned that.
Yeah, that's game planned right there, but it's really good. It's fun to watch.
I might watch it after this.
Right. I didn't watch that thing just because it was essentially homework whenever you told me to watch it, otherwise I would have watched it. That What the Fuck is Cosplay thing on Channel 4?
No, I didn't watch it.
Like,
I didn't watch it.
yeah, cheers for brushing up on it, people.
No, I've seen it, I've been wanting to watch it, but as soon as you told me to, my brain was like,
Nah.
don't watch that, Tom.
It's actually
Someone told
really,
you,
like,
even
it's
though
really
you'll
good.
enjoy
Like,
it.
it's the only documentary that Channel 4 have ever made that doesn't show a bad light to someone,
Oh, okay.
which is really odd because Channel 4 have this big thing of cramming like the bad side of people down to people like into people's throats because it just makes for better TV. Whereas this What the Fuck is Cosplay stuff is really good because there's an episode which is called Showing Skin, which is to do with cosplayers who wear more revealing stuff and about the facts of how it's okay to show that sort of stuff at cons, but you've just got to be a little bit wary of other people.
Wasn't
And-
there one about cosplay burlesque as well?
Yeah, there was one about cosplay burlesque, which they call nerdlesque. There was one that's to do with crossplay, where it's a guy who crossplays as a girl, and like he makes a really convincing girl as well, because he's Chinese, so he's got like the really thin features and stuff.
Mm.
So like they show that side of it, and they show the.
I see the
anime
word
side.
cosplay and I just get like like this weird Christian addict thing or something.
Oh,
Oh.
we've lost Jack. Come back, Jack. I'll never let go.
Wait, the middle of a sentence.
Their little webisodes, they only last like 5 minutes. That's probably not enough time to make people look shitty. Otherwise, they would look. I think it's actually a cosplayer that's doing it as well, because she posted on, I think it was on NCM, asking people's opinion about it.
Was it to do with nerdlesque? The burlesque stuff.
No, it was the creator of the show.
Oh right, okay, cool.
It's
Oh, yeah,
on NCM or
Yeah, I
CSM. It's on
remember.
there somewhere.
Yeah, I remember seeing that post as well about the fact that Channel 4 was looking for a bunch of cosplayers to come and do some sort of show of theirs.
No,
And
she's
I
actually
was like,
asking for reviews of it because she was like, "Have people been watching? What do you guys think? I'd like to get feedback on it." And basically, everyone's gone. I didn't want to watch it because it was on Channel 4, and it made me think it would just be them cringing at us. So I don't want to just like
yeah.
that.
Well,
And be
I
like, "Oh
actually,
no, it's on the
oddly enough, I was actually Mr. Nice Guy this time when it came to Channel 4 because I watched all of them, and he actually sent feedback, which is something I very rarely do. And I put my personal comments to do with what I thought of the shows, which was really good. I was really impressed with it anyway. To say it's a Channel 4 thing and they're not showing people in a bad light, it's good to see. I really enjoyed it anyway. I think it's well worth a watch.
It does look like it's really going to be good. Like I really want to watch the crossplay one and the Nerdlesque one because I'm a big Stella Chu fan, and she does a lot of cosplay burlesque. It's really, really like I like burlesque in general, but she is like the nerd burlesque queen. Like she's done a Tron burlesque show that's amazing, and one based on breakfast. So her whole outfit is made out of like it looks like toast and pancakes and cookies. And like I just watched it and be like, I'm really hungry now. I don't even like eating sexy. I'm starving. Like, just thinking about it, it's made me really want pancakes.
Spoons need to employ her to get people in. Just have her outside.
So it's like Greg's just like.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's well worth a watch, and definitely if you get the time to just sit down and have like 5 minutes an episode, it is well worth a watch.
Jack's back.
Jack, he's back.
What were
Jack,
you
he's back.
saying? Before we were sucked into the ether?
Yeah.
My internet just dropped out. We're having really, really bad weather at the moment. I don't know what's going on.
It's Scotland. Well, you know what's going on. It's Scotland.
I live in Gotham City. I know. You're laughing because you know it's true.
Well, I'm from Northern Ireland, so like I didn't see the sun for 20 years. I came to England and was like, what is that? This thing in the sky.
True story.
Yeah.
True story.
But yeah,
what the hell was I talking about?
Nerdlesque. I think we're going on about the burlesque side of it.
Oh no, it was crossplay. You said something about crossplay, and I just thought these crazy Christian addicts or something just walking dressed as crosses in my head. I don't know if it's even funny anymore. That's all I saw in my head. When I hear crossplay, I don't know why. I just see the weird.
A Jesus with a giant cross just walking through the.
I have a friend whose only cosplay is Jesus, and every time he does a con, he goes as Jesus because he just looks like him, like in general in everyday life.
You should get him like on a
Bedsheet
skateboard
and follows people around, being like, "Ah."
That's amazing. Get him a skateboard and get him to do Buddy Christ.
Like
he could not skateboard. Like he would stand on it and immediately fall on his face. Like I know.
He'd look at it and the skateboard would fall over.
Like the skateboard would just into his face.
Was it the con just gone where they had the Christian convention at the same time?
Yeah.
Yeah. That would have been.
My latex.
That would have been perfect.
He's got the shittiest look.
That would have been perfect.
Oh my god.
Like I really wanted to go up to like because they had
awkward. Like really.
It was so awkward. And the people in the lift, which Leia managed to insult, that was going to the Christian convention as well.
Oh,
that's like the wrong time.
About the lift, about going down.
That's a terrible time to show up as Azazel.
No, it wasn't. It was MCM. She did that because it was like.
That was the Christian convention.
No, okay.
Oh yeah, because it was like, oh, buy me, because she was like, the guy was like going down, and she went, oh, buy me a drink first, and the guy was like, I don't think that's very appropriate.
This guy was like 85.
It wasn't him who said it. It was his wife who said it. So yeah,
but she knew what it meant. Like 85, and she knew. Like.
Oh yeah, cheeky.
But like me and Kia, I think we talked about this on the live cast that we did, where me and Kia was going up in the lift, and there was a girl who was.
Yeah, we don't need to talk about this again.
Oh, I think we do.
There was a girl on crutches, and he went, "Oh, what happened to you?"
You ass.
Yeah.
I'm smiling and it's not funny.
It was. Like, she saw the funny side of it. She laughed afterwards.
It wasn't even the best part, because the best part was you saying, like, you'd put your foot in it twice already, that con, and you were like, no, third time's the charm, we're going to get, like, a proper hat trick, I'll say something really fucked up. And sure enough...
I'm not satisfied unless I've been punched.
I have a really good knack of saying the wrong thing at the wrong time.
Yeah.
Like he said, like, it was just one of those things. It just kind of came out. It was just like, oh, what's happened to you? Like, what's happened to you? Because she was just on crutches and she looked like she could walk quite okay, just a little bit of a hobble. And she went, yeah, I was born with this. Oh, okay then. And that's when she started laughing. So like, it was just kind of a little bit cooler. But he did put his foot in it 2 times before that, and I can't remember the other 2 times. But they were equally as bad.
Ben said that she said it's really cool because she got to cosplay a mermaid, and I was like, oh, cool. Look. I mean no offence, people, but I just say the wrong thing at the wrong time.
You should just keep your Batman cowl on and just not say anything.
Why do you think I choose it?
It's also so that if somebody wants to punch him after he's not wearing the cosplay, you don't know who he is.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so good, man.
That's why I like the concept.
There was another
I can say something kind of offensive, like, oh, it's just in character. I'm not actually this much of an idiot. And
It's like that Batman, what is it, like, college humor Batman. Just shoot him. Like, that'd be amazing.
Oh, college humor Batman.
He's amazing.
Yeah, no, it's the bad Batman.
Yeah, Batman. That's what I would
yes.
just walk around and do him, because that would be amazing. So,
I was genuinely looking at pink ball gowns, actually.
Oh, do it.
oh my god,
Princess
Kira, if
Batman.
you wear the back
Please do Princess
It
Batman.
would be so cute.
So sad.
As a one-off, like just for like an hour, like.
Just like,
You know what, you do that, and I will shave off my eyebrows and tattoo my entire face so there's nothing there. And it doesn't resemble the Joker, but I'll say I'm the Joker anyway.
I would like a ball gown. I think that'd be a really comfortable, breezy cosplay, like for a hot day. It's like, ooh.
Oh, I don't know. It was like the of material.
I suppose. But you could put fans under it. No one would know.
actually,
Keep it billowing.
you know what? Like,
I just have that
well,
going
we've
on.
not talked cosplay so far, but because William joined in at the right time, what have you been working on, dude?
Everything's kind of been put on hold at the moment, but I did start working on my first big macho cosplay, which I'm really excited about. I'm working on Arkham Knight.
Yay!
So
What did I miss?
I'm making Arkham Knight.
Oh, you think nice one.
Are you?
Yes. It's the first big macho cosplay. I'm very excited.
I will put pictures.
They're somewhere on there. I've redone the paint job since the pictures I posted because I hate it. So it's different now. But other than that, I've got other cosplay related announcements. I don't know if I should talk about it here.
You can talk about it whenever and wherever you like.
Does that mean I get to plug it?
Yeah, plug it. We support the CSM group, so go for it.
Yay! Awesome. Our big announcement is that at Collectomania Glasgow this year, CSM is having its first live panel, in which Leia and David are coming down to do with us.
Down, it's like up.
What?
Up.
Way up.
Up.
It matters.
It does!
What matters? What?
She's like, oh, it's not down, it's in Scotland. That means it's up.
Up.
Oh, I'm sorry. Up. I'm coming up. It's coming up. Going down.
Now.
I'm running right.
Living in an elevator. Sorry.
Oh, brilliant. But I'm very, 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 very proud and very excited to actually have our first official meet and discuss, why GSM, because we exist for a very serious reason. Because there's a lot of prejudice and a lot of hate and a lot of negativity unfortunately, that does exist in the cosplay scene, and there is really no safe haven for newcomers and people of all ages, and no matter the sex, or even if they identify as a sex, or even if anything, doesn't matter, shouldn't have that experience. And we wanted to create a place that they could actually. The ideal of cosplay is what they can experience, rather than the reality of cosplay that can be quite harsh and very, almost very prejudiced, and there's a lot of elitism. And in my opinion, if you're having fun, you're doing it right. But that's what everybody would like to think. But more often than not, serious stuff does happen, and people get bullied and hurt, and it deters them from something that they celebrate their love of their fandom through. And for people to have that poisoned, I think, is really infuriating, and that's why it's important. And I've gone off on a tangent. I'm sorry. I'm really...
I would agree, because I wanted to cosplay for a really long time. I think I wanted to cosplay since I was about 15 or 16. But the friends that I was surrounded by were like, oh, look at those freaks doing that. That's so gay. That's lame. I don't like that. Like, douchebags, essentially. But it always really, really put me off ever doing any cosplay. I think I was 21 or 22 before I did my first cosplay. And then I was bought off eBay for about 20 or 30 quid in con because I felt like it.
Yeah, hell yeah.
That's when I caught the bug. And I don't even know about like elitism. That makes me really nervous anytime I do any costume and I look at a bit and I'm like, that's not perfect, but maybe I can let it go. And all I can think is, there's going to be some dick that's going to come up and point it out and say that my cosplay is crap because I missed a stitch here.
No, because from my experience, like when it comes down to it, it's understanding that as an artist, as someone who creates something, you have creative liberty. You have the opportunity to put a piece of yourself into what you're building and how you're creating it. It's creative liberty. And for someone to come up and say, that's not accurate because it's your shade off or you're missing this piece, and it's like, well, no offense, but fuck off.
Yeah. What was your story about your Tifa?
Oh, because it's kind of, it makes me go on a rant, which is completely unfair to that person at the same time.
No, it's fair.
No, it's not. It is kind of.
If you don't tell the story, I will.
There.
Yeah.
I was 15. It was my first convention that I ever went to, and I was 15, so it was about 2006. Telford convention, Telford MCM. It was like when it was really small still, so it was only about like 1,000 people. And cosplay wasn't too huge back then, but Advent Children had just come out, so I was wearing the Tifa outfit and I had the red ribbon, but because I was doing the movie one, it wasn't red, it was kind of like fuchsia, magenta, pinky red, I don't know.
It's red.
It was a shade. It was on that shade of colour. And this guy came up and said that it was the wrong shade. But the guy that came up, this was the first time it happened to me, so I was really surprised and didn't know what to say. And it was only afterwards that I was really raging about it. I was actually upset at first because I was just like, but it's from the movie, because I worked so hard to make sure it was as accurate as physically possible. For this guy to come up and say that, I was just like, But I went away, and I was thinking for a while, and I was like, why does he look familiar? He was clearly cosplaying because he was wearing a white wig. But it only hit me like a few days later that he was cosplaying. I don't know if anyone's seen Death Note. He was cosplaying the little white-haired kid's name.
The creepy thing, yeah.
From that, but he was like this 50-year-old man that was like, he looked like Dr. Robotnik sort of thing. So I was like, if anybody can be like talk about accuracy about a costume, surely like, he's clearly not gone for complete accuracy, so how can you then go to someone else and say that?
Yeah.
I think it's worse if you're a girl as well. Like, it's somehow
Because you're someone's fantasy.
I know someone will come up and mansplain to you why you've done something wrong because they're the expert in the matter, and they're just like they're not expecting to be punched in the face.
I did that. I have had to put someone in their place with Angela and Nightwing, actually.
Really?
Twice. Yeah, I've had people try and out nerd me about my costumes. So someone came up and was basically being like, "Oh, that's not quite right for, like, material. You're just doing that because it was like it's latex." They're like, "That's a bit fetishist," and I was like, "Well, actually, I'm doing the Jim Lee version, and in like Hush, it's incredibly shiny.
Yeah.
So I kind of think latex is quite appropriate. Yeah, he wouldn't wear that, but I wanted to wear latex, so." And it's as accurate as I think I can get it. So, and also I did have a go at a guy for saying I was female Nightwing because because I have boobs doesn't make me female. I can like hide breasts and suddenly grow a penis. Like, doesn't really work like that. I can't just.
I like that. Like, whenever you grew a penis, it was enormous as well, right up to there. Like.
Yeah, the Angela one was something similar as well, because they were basically fans of Spawn Angela.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, I'm not Spawn Angela, I'm Angela from Marvel now, and they were like, she's moved to Marvel, and I was like, so I think when people do try and correct you, they're just obviously it's their fandom as well, so I get where they're coming from, but they still kind of need to either approach it a bit more carefully and say, ask them a bit more about the costume first before kind of going, that's wrong. Just being like, oh, I thought, maybe that was meant to be, straps, not or something.
What's that?
What was that?
You could do that to me all day. There's not a single thing I felt completely 100% accurate. And I always said,
You're like coming in and out,
Okay,
like
it's
it's.
really bad echo.
No, hang on.
Lean in.
Standing up.
Hang on.
He's eating ice cream like a bastard when I'm starving.
That better?
Yeah, it's much better.
Right, because I had it turned up. Now, I was going to say, people say that to me all the time about myself. Because I've not a single thing I've done yet completely accurate. So, I don't understand why people might have.
I mean, I suppose you've got an advantage with Batman is he's been done so many different ways that people would be able to go, oh, that's wrong. You go, well, actually, it's from issue 97 of Batman. Like,
What I do think is good that has come about this year, and I think it is partly due to like CSM, is people are finally starting to stand up and just be like, no, go away. Like, I've put my own creative element in. 2, I did it for me, fuck off. So I'm starting to see it more and more in other forums and stuff, how people are finally starting to stand up. It's only those people that are brand new coming in that are suddenly like, what's happened? Why are people suddenly saying this to me? So,
why are people such dickheads?
Yeah, but then they find the safe havens. Like, there's a Girls of MCM Expo one as well that is girl exclusive. And it's for places where girls they post a picture of the Harley Quinn outfit and then get told that they're just posting boobs. So they go there and be like, I posted my Harley Quinn outfit, and all the guys complain that I was just posting boobs when I was just posting my cosplay.
And what I like about that is it's always the creepy guys that just want to see boobs that are like, oh my god, you just posted boobs. It's like, fucking make your mind up, you ignorant pricks. But I think the problem is as well, you get so much, like, it's a lot easier to voice when something negative has happened.
Yeah.
So you say, oh, this shit thing happened, and you post it, and everyone's like, oh, that's awful, and everyone's like, oh, that's terrible. But you don't really feel the need to post a positive thing. Like, even little things like, oh, someone took my photo. Like, the first time someone came up to me, I was like, can I get a photo of your cosplay, not your wife's? I was like, ah! I turned into like a 15-year-old girl straight away, but like, you don't really get like that. You don't get that story happening all the time. Or I dressed up as Constantine, and I basically just went to my wardrobe and like, there's a shirt, red tie, trousers. I need a coat. Went and borrowed one off a friend, threw it together, and went to the con.
Left the cigarettes.
left cigarette. And Garth Ennis, like the guy who did the first couple of, well, third and fourth volumes of Hellblazer, recognized me and was like, oh yeah, it's great. And he chatted to me about Hellblazer, and I got like a whole lot of stuff signed. And then I went and I met David Lloyd, who was one of the artists for Hellblazer and V for Vendetta. And like I didn't recognize him because I didn't know what he looked like, but I wandered past, and I was like, I was talking to my friend Ren. I was like, I know he's here somewhere. Like he's meant to be. The stall is here somewhere, but I can't find him. And then he was like, I'm here. Hello? Yeah, I'm David Lloyd. And I was like, so you were like, he did me like a sketch. He was chatting to me about Wolverine, and he was just talking. He was just like, he was a nice man. He was like someone's granddad, but someone's really nerdy granddad.
Awesome.
And he was chatting away to me, and he was talking about like when he used to go drinking with the guys who did Hellblazer, and it was really like a nice experience.
That's
In
awesome.
cosplay, to be recognized, to have someone compliment, the guys who created it in the first place, be like, nice. That was like the biggest deal for my laziest cosplay.
At LSCC, Kieran Gillen, the guy that's been writing the Angela comics, stop everyone in the queue, move part it like the Nile, and
Red Sea.
stand me. Red Sea, Nile.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter, water, body of water, I don't give a shit. And made me stand there and take a photo, and that was just like, I literally melted into a puddle on the floor and was like, and then he drew a picture of Wiccan. And I was like, oh.
You drew a picture of Wiccan?
Yeah, in Avengers he drew a picture of Wiccan.
Oh,
He was like,
I've
who's
seen
your favourite? He was like, Wiccan. He drew, wasn't that?
I'm quite lucky because I've never had to deal with that sort of thing. Where I've never had negative.
Well, you had that guy with your Alfred, did you not? Like he kicked you out of the shop?
Oh yeah, but that was because it's him. Nobody likes him.
No, yeah, that was
Yeah,
I think it's quite an elitist video thing.
And I'm not sure what's causing the echo, but I think it might be our speakers.
I think it might be us because we're on speakers because there's two of us.
Yeah. Hello?
Let me see if I can move it.
That's a little bit better. Yay! Can you hear it?
Is that better?
Hello.
Yeah.
Oh wait, that's the.
Hi. Hi there.
It's like the
I
90s.
feel like we're moving into Ghostbusters Mansion.
Yeah, moving into Ghostbusters Mansion.
Ghostbusters.
I'm expecting like someone from the next room to be like, get off the phone, I want to use the internet!
But that's the best thing about the CSM group, and it's something that I always go on about, and we've talked about plenty of times before, is the fact that it's a group that isn't full of elitists. It's a group of people who are willing to help other people, and if they really like something, they'll let people know about it.
Yeah. I was initially really skeptical of CSM because
He didn't believe people could be that nice.
I don't believe that people are nice. Like if anyone's ever nice, I'm instantly suspicious. I'm like, you're not being genuine.
Yeah.
Like I think it's living in the UK because you can't say like, have you ever described something as great that was great rather than just like, oh great, yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's an innate. I'm innately suspicious of anyone saying anything positive. Ever. So CSM to me was just a nest of vipers. I was like, who are these people and what are they up to?
Let's just give it up.
I was like, they're being all nice here, but I bet they spend their weekends kicking kittens. I just don't trust anyone who's actually openly nice on the internet.
No, you're totally right. Yeah, we're all just.
asked
We're just
about
a
your
nest
wig and
of
got a
pigs.
response straight away.
Yeah, and then the first time I posted, I actually got a really positive response. I was looking for a wig, and I got like a handwritten word-for-word tutorial, a link on where to buy the thing, advice on how to take care of the wig, and example shots of the process. I was like, whoa. It was good. It's a good place.
The idea of CSM is that we are an active, very active group, and I encourage everyone to be very active on it and support everyone who comes and goes.
And it's full of great admins because the admins actually take care of the page.
Yeah.
MCM group. Sorry, I had a bit of a bad cough there.
They do take care of the page. Kick me off it.
Oh, they kicked me
And
off
then they
it
give
too.
you an award.
Who kicked you off it? No.
Yeah.
Yeah, he kicked me off it just for having an opinion about something.
He kicked me off. Granny Gertrude from MCM Group. Yeah, Granny Gertrude from MCM Group. He kicked Kia off for having an opinion. and he kicked me off because I basically turned around and said that he was a shit admin and he needs to control his group better.
Oh, I can't believe you got annoyed at that.
That's basically what I said to him. He didn't kick me off until I turned around and basically called him a wanker.
The difference is he gave you an award at the last MCM, and I think you did turn around and say something to him, did you? I can't remember.
Sorry?
To be fair, the MCM group has grown so big, and he has chosen to take it on just by himself. So
Yeah.
that's why it's difficult to control.
Whereas Jack taken on the group and got admin. That's the way to do it.
How big is CSM now?
It's crazy.
1,645 at the moment.
Wow.
Big.
When is it? When has it been a year yet? It's been a year.
This September.
I have to have a party.
Party when I'm on a holiday.
Is there a con in September?
I'm going away in September, so I can't make it.
Is it MCM Glasgow?
All the stuff happens in Glasgow. We need to move.
We should go to a Scottish con because I've heard there'll be less English people there.
I get this every day.
I get English people every day. There's hundreds of you fuckers
You
every
moved here. You choose.
By mistake! I've gone on holiday by mistake.
For 7
That's
years.
hilarious.
You guys are nice and all, but I just some days I need no one to impersonate my accent for 24 hours at least. Like just a whole day of that.
Don't nearly
That would be. There's a guy in my work, and every so often he just turn around to me and go, "Potato." I'm like, that's not even my accent. You... And he's Cockney as well, so he's got like no grounds for making fun of anyone's accent.
Yeah, my fiance is from Dublin as well. She's her accent is rubbed off on me, and my accent's rubbed off on her. So people think she's American, and I'm from Dublin.
I get like
So
weird
weird.
bits of Laura's accent where like certain words, specifically words with U's in them, I'll end up
Yeah.
pronouncing in a Midlands accent, and I don't know.
Isn't Freya from Birmingham? From Dublin.
True, so right next door to
What a
Birmingham.
lovely piece of cake.
Birmingham.
What a lovely piece of cake.
Cup of tea.
Tea.
Cup of tea.
Tea.
Cup of
I love a cup of tea.
I love a bit of cake. Brilliant.
I was talking to someone on the phone at work, and I can't remember what I was trying to say, but it did have like loads of U's in all the words, and they were just like, "What did you just say?" I repeated about 3 or 4 times, and I was like, I need to think of a different way to say this. Fuck.
My accent changes depending on how tired I am in work, so I've got like my international accent where I sound sort of half American, half Queen's English, and as the day goes on and I hate the world more and more and more, my own accent comes back. So people will call me in the morning and call back in the afternoon and think they've gotten someone else. Like, oh, I spoke to your colleague earlier today, but you sound like a wanker.
Like the more tired I get, or the more angry I get really ghetto. It's serious. Like I got off the phone with or Skype with my mom, and like my southern comes out, and I start getting slower. Everything just slows down. Like I don't know why.
We have a friend from Virginia, and we used to like finish his sentences for him because he spoke so slowly that we could get a couple of guesses in, like at the time it took him to finish. So like, yeah, I was going to the store, and it was you were gonna buy something. You were gonna buy shoes. You were gonna buy trousers, clothes, books.
Irish people speak like with the speed of sound, but especially
Sound is a good speed to speak at.
people from like West Virginia are gonna sound like really laid back.
Yeah, it depends on certain places in Georgia. Go to Atlanta, you go to Atlanta, you get like in between. So it's like ghetto, southern.
By the way, Tom, have you moved your speaker button near to the computer again?
Sorry.
Is that
I'm back.
No, it's just that way you put it down before we're getting really bad echo again.
Oh, sorry.
It's your fault. It wasn't me, you bastard.
It was the echo. You just sound like you're really far away. Like.
Did you move? Did you move downstairs or wherever you've moved just because of that?
We moved downstairs so we could have Haagen-Dazs.
Oh, okay. It would have been hilarious if we did.
Yeah, crazy, crazy, crazy. I'm really excited about the meet and the panel. I'm nervous as hell though.
You'll be fine. Just go up on stage and just
Kick ass.
yeah.
Say things.
Yeah.
Say all the things.
Yeah, I'm excited about the fact that it's actually happening and that's happening.
I'm
I'm just like part of me is like fucking stoked, right? And then the other part of me is just
it's just like,
Terrifying.
what if this goes wrong?
yeah,
Could you ever do cosplay burlesque as part of one of the things? Because if you can do panels and stuff, would
Awesome.
cosplay burlesque be something that
well, that's what we did. We've already done a show. We did POW, which was we sponsored, and we did cosplay body confidence with the power of burlesque,
Cool.
Okay.
which went really well.
Speaking of Kapow, Freya was telling me that you guys were thinking about coming to do a show in Brighton as well.
I didn't say Brighton specifically. I said they'd like to go other places.
Okay, well I was misled. I would say more than misled. I was outright lied to.
Found a place here called Proud Cabaret Brighton, though, which is basically exclusively burlesque. So if you are interested, we can always
We need to go.
have a look and see what sort of
It
things
would
we
be
do.
to tour it would be amazing. It's just we want to get at least a couple of shows under our belt first, so
Yeah.
people know what exactly it is that's providing.
Mm.
And it's not just a place to go and see half-naked cosplayers. It's a place. There's a reason, there's an empowerment behind it, and we want to start using it to essentially help donate to charities that are entirely centered around kids with body dysmorphia.
Yeah.
Dude, I've got to go.
Oh, okay, dude. Yeah, that's no problem, pal. It's getting late anyway, isn't it? So, and we've only got about 10 minutes until the end of the show. So, if you wanna get going, dude, you have a good day, and we will see you soon.
See you, Kate.
See you later. But yeah, it would be cool to see that on tour, like just to see the cosplay burlesque stuff on tour. But obviously, it's going to take time for you to set everything up.
Mm.
And I'm certain I could have a couple of words with people in the Manchester area, because I do have quite a fair few people who I follow. So
You got connections, brother?
I got their connections, okay?
I just envisioning Demo with a cigar being like, I got an act for you. Don't you worry. I got cosplayers. I got burlesque. I got everything. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, see, yeah.
Star, kid.
Gonna make you a star, kid. Gonna make you a star.
Gonna make you a star, kid. You just stick with me and nothing will go wrong.
We're going places. We're going places.
Gonna make you a star, Nicky.
I just sound like a mobster lobster now.
Hey.
That's beautiful.
But yeah, that'd be really cool to see, and yeah.
I wish all of you guys could come down for Collectomania.
You know what? Like, I've got. I really want to come for the CSM party, but you've the party. That's September.
It's essentially everybody gets to sit down at a panel and we all just kind of talk. Ray and David and Sarah and myself will talk about what it is.
I could do September, surely.
I think so. Is it September?
September's for the party.
August.
You had a party in September as well for the 1 year anniversary as well.
Let's not party.
So Freya said we should have a party. That was.
I think we should just have a party in general.
Yeah, all of us go up to Scotland and we'll have a party at Jack's.
It's the 22nd and 23rd of August, but we are on the Saturday at 12 o'clock, and that is the 22nd.
Woo!
We might
By the way,
and we'll be getting the deposit back.
If we've got the deposit back, we could do it.
Or we
they're seriously debating it now, and if I can get that week, actually, if I can get that entire week off, because my mum's away on a holiday at the end of August, so if I can manage to get that last week of August off, I can make it Saturday, Sunday, all the way through the week, Saturday, Sunday again, and I can come up for that.
Yes.
It would be cool.
Cos fam.
Cos fam.
I still have a gun.
You guys did. This would actually be the first time that all of us, I'd actually get to meet all of you, because you guys all know each other. I've never met all of you guys in person.
Yeah, it's because you're so far away.
I know.
It is a lot.
Actually, I thought we could stay with James. He lives up in Glasgow.
Does it?
Yeah. That's why he sounds like that.
I thought he moved to Dublin.
No, that was
No,
like
he
3
went
years
back.
ago. He moved back.
It's James, for God's sake.
Oh yeah, you know it. He knows it.
Valamir,
Yeah,
James Dobby.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know James. We help his cosplays all the time.
Yeah.
That's a small world.
He's like my #1 client.
Oh wow. Well,
Really?
yeah, he's.
Wait, it's you that. Oh my God, this is a small world.
It's a small world after all.
So you'd have to make them a lot smaller. The dude has lost like 1 million stone over the past year. It's absolutely phenomenal how well he's done.
Yeah, he really has.
I
The first one I did for him was M. Bison.
I've seen his bison, yeah.
Yeah, and he's got me building I don't know if I can tell you actually. I think he wants that to be a surprise. Yeah, I'll let you ask him because he'll probably freak out if I don't know if he'll appreciate the knowledge being shared. But I'm working on something else for him as well, which is a horror cosplay. I'll tell you that.
Oh, I know what it is, but I'll not say either. But yeah.
That's my shit right there, and like I love horror cosplay. Anyway, sorry.
But yeah, would be awesome. It would be awesome if we can all get up to Glasgow for the 22nd and 23rd. Just spend a weekend at Collectomania.
That would be amazing.
I could film the panel for you.
That would be amazing.
Well, we've already got one. We already have one panel that was filmed for the CSM as well, which was Dominic, Arcadia UK, and Heather, who is Miss Science in, and they was talking at LFCC about the cosplay and about equality in cosplay, and they was talking about the CSN group about the fact it's the best place to be for cosplay, and I did post it up on. I did actually post it up on the cosplay support movement.
Oh, I must have missed that, man. This is why I need more alcohol. Jesus. Send it to me privately, please. I really want to see that.
Yeah, I'm certain I've got it on this YouTube page, actually. Yeah, I'm certain I've got it on here. I'll post it
I
up.
completely forgot about that. Yeah, I remember watching the video. It was
What
really
food do
good.
you want to do?
Yeah, there you go. I'll post it on your page.
Thank you so much. I didn't even know that was mentioned. That's so cool.
Yeah, he was talking about the fact that CSM is the best place for cosplay equality.
That's incredible.
Yeah. Anyway, on that positive note, I think we're going to end it after 2 hours. This is a 2-hour podcast. This is the longest we've ever been.
So we're chatting.
It's because I talk too much shit, is what
Yeah.
it is. So I've not been on here
It's only
before.
when Tom's here that we end up
Wasn't
having
that
a long
the
cast because it gets really
MCM
good.
one was ridiculously long as well because
Yeah, that was nearly 2 hours as well.
I just look. I like the sound of my own voice.
Everyone else does as well. It's that sexy Irish accent.
It is.
Yeah. Anyway, we're going to call it quits for today. We will be back hopefully in about 3 weeks' time because we've got Comic-Con in Manchester next week, and we're going to be a little bit busy the week after because there's another con down south. But that's goodbye from me, Damien Aki. Goodbye from Mr. William Campbell. And goodbye from Tom and Freya.
No,
With their phones.
you got to put it down like.
See you, everyone.